Okay, this is nice. Just gotta make sure this is stable, and it's not. One more spin should do it. Gotta fix this wire. Yeah, it's all. Sorry about this, guys. Still setting up. You know what? We should be good for a while. Okay. What is up, guys? This is Fish Jonas here, and in today's live stream / video, we are going to be opening up not one, not two, but 3 vintage tackle boxes that I got at my local flea market. So this is going to be very exciting. There's a bunch of lures in every single box, and I've actually been through some of them. And there's one of them that I actually wrote a list on every lure, just so I can tell y'all what they are. Now, there's some that I already know, so that's going to help. But yeah. Let me think. Yeah, I probably spent about 30, let's see, that was 20. Yeah, about $35 on all this. All in total in one booth, which is crazy. But yeah, like I said, there are tons and tons of lures in here, and I'm glad that I'm going to be able to show you each and every single one. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up the first tackle box. Now, let's see, I got one of these right here. Then I also have another one of these mini planos, which is full to the brim. They're both double-sided. And for the big boy, we have a big old, another little Plano box that's full to the brim with different lures. I'm sure y'all can see that. But also, for this live stream, we're going to do something that we haven't done in a while, and that is a shout-out list. So, if y'all like this kind of stuff, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll make sure to put y'all's name and account, or yeah, y'all's name on here. So, later on at the end of the video, I'll give y'all a huge shout-out. Fred, hi, thank you. But yeah, White Tenor said hi. Hey, YNT Trey just subscribed. Let's put him down. Thank you. Oh, let's see. So shout out to YNT Trey. Thank you. Oh, YTN Trey. Okay. And Trey. All right, that's good. Let's see. Fred Refro says my tooth hurts. Yeah, probably got just a little toothache. Let's see. Hold on. Make sure. Oh, Fred Retro also has liked and subscribed. Let's put down Fred as our second shout out. Oh yeah, Fred Riffro. Okay. Alright guys. Well, I'm glad that everyone is here. Don't contact to you. Huh? I think it's ready to come out. Okay, yeah. All right. So I think which tackle box should we open up first for this live stream? I got 3 right here. I got 2 of these minis. Now I got this big one that's full of different lures. So which one do y'all think I should open up first? Both of these are double-sided right here. Yes, you should get the tooth out. Yes. But yeah, which box should I open up? This one right here, or one of these 2 right here? But yeah. I guess we're just going to go ahead and open up this tackle box. I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff in here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and open up that tackle box. And I'm going to show y'all everything that's in it. Now, I'm not quite sure how I should do this filming. But yeah, make sure, definitely like and subscribe if y'all want to be on the shout out list. But with that said, oh, here, I can just flip y'all around. If this will let me. Gotta fix the tripod. There we go. Alright, so now y'all kind of get a first POV when opening this up. So, hey, M's Mill, or Evers Mill. Alright, so we're about to open up this box. No, I'm not a fish killer. Or not necessarily. I'm only when I got to eat the fish. For a fish fry or something. But no, I'm not mainly a fish killer. But, yeah. Alright. So, right off the bat, there's a few lures that, and a couple other stuff that I know, like swivels still in the packaging. Let's see how old these are. I can't really tell. I don't know. But, brand new swivels. Those are good. Specs. Is that a box of fish tortures? No, these are lures. Anyway, we have some very old split shot sinkers. That's the wrong packaging. These are hooks. Just look at that, 82 cents for just these hooks. That was a very good price back in the day. Now you can't find hooks that cheap anymore. Anyway, next up, we have this old bucktail right here. So this was made out of a deer tail, which is pretty cool. Got some glitter in there too. It's very nice. It needs a new hook, but that's not too difficult to replace. So we can put that back in and we can reuse it. Probably mainly for bigger fish targets. Now this right here, I can't really tell you. It's like lead, but it's easy to bend. So I don't know what that is. It had these, it used to be connected to this right here, but it broke. So I don't really know how that goes. Anyway, next up, we have some of these egg weight sinkers. I think that's what they're called. Very easy to use. Oh, they spin too. Wow. Didn't know that. But yeah, little egg sinkers. Got a few different sizes. And a good old-fashioned beetle spin right here. Let's see if this actually has the beetle spin logo. Nope. Got some red paint on it, though. Now, these right here, I forgot the name of them. But I do have a couple of them. And there's some more in the other tackle box. But these are little propeller-like things. I think they said they're made for pike. But the wings are actually made out of leather, which is pretty cool. But these are pretty old lures. So I guess you will fish this like either like a rooster tail or you just reel it in the whole time. Not 100% sure, but it's still a very nice and interesting lure. I'm going to put that back. And this one, the other one doesn't have it, but this actually has a secret compartment for other stuff. So, like right here, these are really cool. These are some local fishing hook, like from an old local company. You can see that. New Albania, Mississippi. No, Albany. These are BRK hooks from Pudge Tackle, size 3. So those are really cool. It's about a 5 or 6 pack. That's really nice. Glad to have those. Those are a big part of Mississippi fishing history. Then we also got some very old split shots. These don't have a date, but they're made in the USA, so you already know these are good. The best of the best. Then, let's see what else we got. We got some more egg weights. Yep. For 67 cents at Walmart. That is pretty cool. That's when Walmart used to have the green stickers, so. And there's a little elf dude, so that's pretty cool. Shows you how to do it and everything, how to rig it on. So yeah, that's really nice. You ain't gonna find prices like that anymore. Especially at Walmart. Then we got some leader. This is very good for fishing with fishing for fish that have teeth or anything, something sharp that like to bite the line off. So this is very good to have in the box. This seems to be reusable, so hopefully I might be able to do a video where I go catch some big fish on this. See, yep. Oh, wait. This, I can't tell if it's mono. I don't think it's, oh, try to focus on there. I think it's wiring, but it's just a very thin wiring. It could be plastic. I can't really tell because the way it's, no, that's plastic. Okay. Well, darn. I guess we'll have to go buy some metal leaders if we do that. So anyway, let's go ahead, put this up, and we can go ahead and flip to the other side. Because remember, both of these tackle boxes I have are double-sided. Hey, make sure anybody that would like to have a big shout out at the end of the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll be the third person or more to be on the shout out list. Sweet tea, so good. Okay, so anybody who's wondering, this is the Plano 3215 Mini Magnum Sidekick tackle box. Really cool. I like these designs. They're nice, compatible. You can take these just about anywhere. They're very nice. So right here, there's already a lot of lures in here. There's some in the bag, some right here in the side. So right here, this is a very old Devil's Horse. I'm not quite sure if this is the Heddon or the Bomber version, but there's multiple types, but this is a very cool lure. I like fishing with them. I actually have a more modern day one, and yeah, but sadly this one's a little bit chipped up on the bottom, but hey, that just means bass were loving it back in the day. Good little propellers on there. Maybe loosened though, a little bit loosened. But yeah, that's really cool. Nice little frog pattern, looks like. Then right here we got some, let's see what these are. Yep, they're already out of the packaging. See, these are H&H quality hooks, cricket hooks. Made in USA, size 4. That's really cool. If you don't know, H&H is a little local company that's been around for quite some time. I think they're located in Louisiana. But I do have a couple of their lures. They are very nice. And here is another one that's, it's a smaller version, but this one's also yellow and orange. But another one of those lures has the leather straps. That's really cool. I wish I remembered the name on them, but I don't. Here, this is pretty cool. This is a old spoon. It's got a little rust on it, but I can get that off with a sandpaper. I'm trying to see what brand it is. It is a Mississippi Pixie Pat. This is the 1/2 ounce P&D. NO42. Huh. It's got a nice little hook on there. A little rusty, but we can get that fixed. But if you don't know, the reason why it looks like that, looks like corn, it's actually supposed to look like salmon eggs. Because that's what the fish usually go for, it's the eggs. It's good protein for them. So we got that right there. And we also have another one, but this one has treble hook. And I believe this one's the same brand. Can be right. Yeah, this is a different brand. This is Blue Fox Pixie Pat. It's 430, 1/2 ounce P&D. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Looks like salmon eggs or trout eggs. Here, we can just put these up right back in there. This one I actually like because that looks like a bullet to me, so I don't know if that actually is a little 9mm or something. Nah, that's too big. Anyway, this is a Blue Fox Super Vibrex number 5. It's hard to tell in there. They need to be cleaned up. I do need to make a video where I restore some of this, but this is made in France. Ooh. That's a good brand, made in France. French has all the nice and good high quality stuff, so that's really cool. Then we got a classic. We have a Mepps Algala 5. I might be pronouncing this wrong, so make sure to tell me if I am. But this one was also made in France. Now, one thing I do know about these Mepps lures, some of these can be pretty valuable, and some of them are hard to find, especially all these old ones. So this one might be about 10 or 20 bucks. I don't know. Then right here we got a big spoon, if I can get it. This one is kind of like an old Daredevil type of spoon. Made in USA, and I guess that's made for small or something. I'm not quite sure. Hooks are still pretty good on it, so that's nice. Alright, now we're getting to some of the other stuff. Like right here we got a bobber. I'm trying to see if there's a price. I know there's a price tag on one of these bobbers. That said like 30 cents from Walmart. Uh-oh, what is this? Somehow a split shot has melted onto the plastic over time. That just shows you how old these lures are. So now we got a split shot. Let's see. With a... Nope, I just broke it. Darn. I was about to say, another bobber that works. There we go. Just need to get some sandpaper for that right there and get that fixed. But anyway, right here, these are really cool. They're a bigger version of this, like 3 times bigger. These are different. I think you're supposed to go for musky or pike with this one, but we don't have that around here in Mississippi. But there's a little treble hook, and they had it rigged up in a weird way. I'm not quite sure. It's like 30 or 50 pound line, and they had these 3-way swivels. That's what I want to call them. The line is still super tough. But yeah, then we got another one, but this one is in a different color. It's another one of those red-orange, or not red-orange, but orange and yellow. Got a different skirt. These skirts are, I want to say rubber, or maybe really early silicone. So that's really nice to have. Then last up for the spoons, we have this guy right here. Just say, let's see, no brand up front. Nice little color. Oh, I had it upside down. La Davis 1 ounce hot rod. It's got a little plastic flap. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Nice little hook on there. So that's nice. Now this lure that I'm about to get out, I actually did buy this separately, but it was at the same booth, because I thought it was really, really cool to have. But it is still in the box, Bomber Lures. And these are super, super old. Super cool. Let me push it out of the box so I can show y'all guys what it looks like. What it looks like to get an old lure back in 1960. So basically you just push the plastic off, pull that out, and that's what you would get. With a bunch, there's a bunch of other colors that you can get. You can tell this one was obviously used because it's been wear down a little bit. It's a little bit smudged, paint's cracking. The hooks, they're not very good. Got to either sharpen them or just replace them. And I don't think I'll be able to, because Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get that off. But that's really cool. Now, another thing that you would get with this tackle box, or not tackle box, but with the lure itself, this little box, it tells you other famous bomber lures like the Water Dog, the Bushwhacker. So that's really cool. But you also get this very old paper. Now this paper tells you a little bit of the lure you bought, and also it would, it's like a catalog of other lures, so you could send this paper in and you can buy the other lures. So this is all right here, like this is the Bomber Water Dog, like the lure we just saw. It's all the information about it. It's really cool. Then we got the mini bobber rake, the Bushwhacker, another Bushwhacker. These are more the spinnerbaits type stuff. The Gimmick and Bomber Jig, the Bomber Jerk. And here's the lure that we actually got. It's the Bomber fishing lure. Grantsville, Texas. Wow. That's not too far. Let's see. Bomber 300 series, midget size 3/8 ounce for light rod use. Wow. Yeah, that basically gives you all the information on how far deep it goes in the water. So that's cool. Then we got a baby bomber, regular bomber, bomber stick, bomber spin stick, and bomber spin stick once again. Write us for free color chart sent upon request. So that right there, you can cut that out and they will send it to you. So that's really cool. But yeah, that's everything that you would get in a very small but quite a lot lure. Now, probably back in the day, this was probably, I would say, $2 or $3, because pricings were so much more different nowadays. So that's really cool. Now that is a really nice lure. If there was a newer one I could fish with, I definitely would, just to see what it looks like. But I'm sure it's just like a backwards crankbait. You can look up videos of them just to see what they look like, but that's my guess on them. So that's really cool. That's what you would get if you got a lure from the 70s or 60s. So that's really cool. Nice to have. Yeah, make sure if y'all are enjoying this video, y'all like and subscribe so y'all can have a chance to get on the shout out list. For the end of the video, we'll give out a huge shout out for each and everybody that's watching this. Alright, with that said, let's go ahead and put this up. That's the first tackle box down. Gotta take a break, gotta have some sweet tea. Very good. Ain't nothing like homemade sweet tea. Anyway, back on another little first tackle box. This is the same thing. This is the 3215N Mini Magnum Sidekick by Plano. Oh, wait, no, these are different. Okay. I thought these were a combo or something. But no, these are different handle. A lot of stuff in them, though. So with that said, let's go ahead. That was loud. And open all of this up. First off, right off the bat, we have some rod tip repairs. I actually need this because recently I've broke one of my rod tips, so I might use this at some point. Let's see. We keep your family fishing. Huh. That's pretty funny. But Laker rod cement. See. Shows you everything how to do it. Nice little funny mascot. Let's see. I don't see a date on here, so this could be either really old or from like 2003 or something. But they give you 3 options, 3 sizes. That's really good to have. Then right here, these are pretty cool. These are Arky panfish creatures. These are made to look like little crickets or larvae. One of them is actually pre-rigged, so that's really cool to see. It's a little 6-pack. But they have flies, bugs, crickets, crawfish, and minnows. So that's really cool. Let's see, it shows you how to rig it and everything. Pen, writing, or something. But yeah, made in the USA. That's really cool. Get a good look at those little crickets. I might have to pull these out one day and try them for the channel just to see. Then we also have another one of these little spinning leather baits, so that's cool. Then right here we have some bigger worm hooks. These might be Eagle Claw or something, just random brand, but those are good to have, good for bass fishing with live minnows. Then we have one of these that are still in the packaging, barely. This is a Johnson Beetle Spin. Says it right there. Oh, gotta focus. For some reason the camera don't want to focus today. There it goes, Beetle Spin. For 89 cents, you can have this Beetle Spin. Nowadays, Beetle Spins are about $1 or $1.25, so that's a pretty good deal to have back in the day. Then we also have some worm sinkers, aka bullet weights. These are pretty heavy. These are, let's see, 1/4 ounce, size 2, NOWZ2, quantity, my bad, 7. See, Tam Mega Incorporation. That's pretty cool. There's no date on it, but it's from Louisiana, it looks like. Yeah. That's a very big part of fishing history right there. Just local companies trying to make it to the top. That's what every big company back in the day used to be. It was a small company no one really knew about, but then later on they grew and grew and grew. But some of them, sadly, like Lakers, I never seen them before, so they're probably have been bankrupt or something, discontinued. But here, this is really cool. We have some Member Eagle Claw high quality split shots. These are reusable split shots. So you're able to pinch it right there on the back to pull it up. So you can take it off your line. That's really cool. These are size 5, 28. See if there's a date. Nope, but it's made in Taiwan. You see right there. A lot of these lures come from different countries, which is interesting. Then right here, this is very interesting to me. You can't really see it very well, but right there it would say Hula Popper. And this say, I don't think this is the actual brand Hula Hopper. I want to say this was the hidden version. Could be wrong. I couldn't really find much information about this lure on the internet. I do need to try to clean it up, so yeah. I don't think I'll be able to fish with this lure at all. I mean, the hooks are pretty sticky, so they just might need to be sharpened, but I need to add a new skirt to this. Just clean it up. These eyes used to be yellow, so that just tells you how old these are. Solid black. But right here, we got a handful of different skirts, probably for the spinner baits right over there, but we got red and yellow, blue and yellow, yellow, and green yellow. So there's a lot of yellow. That's what they used to use back in the day. But these are really cool. These are rubber, not silicone. Now, fun fact about rubber skirts, they actually don't really melt in your tackle box. So they're actually a lot better than the silicone. So remember that if you're ever buying skirts for your spinner baits or buzz baits or any type of jig. Right here, we have these little swim bait type things. These are very sensitive, and these have so much detail. You would think something so little would not, but these actually do. They got little fins, little spots on them, little eyes. That's really cool. And then we got this one. It's already pre-rigged. That jig head actually looks like it's been hand painted on there. But like I said, so much detail. Especially for back in the day, where they didn't have a lot of material and they didn't really know what the fish would really like. So this is really cool. So that's a big part of history right there for fishing. Then we also have all these spinner baits. For some weird reason, they don't have skirts. But these are, let's see, I know some of them have brands on them. Let's see, I'm trying to read it off camera, just see what it says. This is worth, literally that's what it just says, worth 5. I know it's hard to tell, but right there it says it. I don't think that was the brand or anything, but that's what it says. Trying to see if there's any other markings. Might be some right here. Nope. Yeah, these you can kind of tell that these were hand painted, or somebody just added a little bit more paint on them, and they were hand tied because there's old string right there that used to be the only thing holding up the skirt. So I need to take that off so I can put new skirts on here and fish them. But yeah, definitely make sure if y'all want me to fish with some of these lures, definitely leave a like and subscribe and tell me in the comments in the chat that if I should use some of these. Because, I mean, they're still in good condition. I mean, some of them got to be fixed, like this one right here. Nice little red one. See, yeah, this one has a brand. This one is a, hold on, let me read it. A Hauser. That's what it's called. Hauser. See if there's anything on the other blade. Yeah, a lot of times back in the day, they would just put the brands stamped onto the blade back in the day. Nowadays, they don't really. I mean, there's a few, but not a whole lot. Yeah, nice little hand-painted jig head as well. This one's a little different blade on it. This one has a, I'm trying to remember. I know that one's a Colorado blade. This one's some type of leaf blade. But yeah, that's really cool. Nice to have both of those. But yeah, like I said, all I gotta do is just restore them, and I'll be able to fish with these later on. This one's really cool. This is a tiny one. And this one is actually from Bomber. So same thing as that lure that I showed y'all earlier. This one was made in a factory probably. Let's see if there's anything. Yep, it says Bomber right there again too. Hooks, not the worst, but it do need to be sharpened. And I mean, those are some pretty big hooks, so who knows. But yeah, nice little silver head on that. I really like that color. Gives it more of a reflection in the water. So that's very nice. Then we also have another one of these old hand-painted and hand-tied spinner baits. This one, I don't think it has a brand. And these, look at the blade on this. This is an oval shaped wall. This one's like a regular blade. This one's totally different. So that's really cool to see and have. Let's see. Nope, there's no brand. Okay. Anyway, I do like this one too. This is a nice little green and yellow color. Almost reminds me of Fire Tiger. Trying to see if there's a brand on it so I can show y'all what it is. This one is also a Bomber. Very old vintage spinnerbait right there. That's really nice to have. I do like the greenish yellow blade on there. That seems to be really nice. I really like that combo. Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and flip to this side. Now this side, there wasn't any lures on this side originally, but after doing some trading and also a little bit of buying, I got a few more lures just to add to this side, so we'll actually have something worth opening up. Hold on, let me put battery mode on, or low battery mode. Got the charger right there, but we're going to see how long this goes. With that said, so I'm going to show you all these crankbaits. This is a old man's, trying to see what it says right there. LMIH. Here, you can get a better side right there. Camera doesn't want to focus. But yeah, it says it right there. It's a nice little silver crankbait. Not really sure what the bill's all about. It's not a square bill and it's not round, or, you know, I can't speak. But anyway, so a nice little crankbait right there. It's got a good little rattle to it, so that's nice. Then next up, we have a old Rapala. You can see it right there on the bill of it. It's hard to tell, but it's made in Finland. It's good. So this is actually wood, and if you shake it, you're not going to hear anything because, well, it's wood. It's back in the day, it was a lot more difficult to actually get stuff in here because all the wood, you didn't want to take a chance and crack it or anything, so they would just make it the shape it is, and that's it. Now, the reason I got this lure was because the bill. The bill is super, super unique because you don't really see that type of bill. I think Berkley made a jerkbait with this type of bill. I could be wrong, though. Wait, no, theirs was upside down. That's what it was. But anyway, that's a nice little shad representation. I think I said that word right. Little crankbait. Nice little thing to have. Then, this is one of my favorites I got. Is a mini Rapala jerkbait. Let's see if it will focus. Yep, there you go. Let me... Oh. Made in Finland as well. Or, wait. Is that right? Hold on. No, this is the Rapala Countdown. Yeah, made in Finland. Nope, Ireland. My bad. This is old little jerkbait from Rapala Countdowner. That's what it says, Countdown. Made from Ireland, so that's pretty cool. I never knew they did that. I thought they just made in Finland, so that's cool. Then, right here, I think this one is a newer bomber. I could be wrong, though. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a nice little tiger color. Got some nice stripes on it. Very nice. Eyes are very good. You can tell that somebody just slapped those on there. But the machine... Now, that's probably the machine put those eyes on. But it's still very nice. Got that little red stripe on it. Every single crankbait from that does. Then right here, this one's really cool. This is a Baby Bass Rebel jerkbait, or jointed jerkbait. Now, these are one of my favorite lures to fish with. Any type of lure that's jointed like this, like jerkbait that's jointed, I like using because you can catch a lot of fish with them. Super, super easily. So that's very nice to have. Red eyes, baby bass. I need to fish with this pretty soon. Then, this one's a really cool crankbait because you don't see a whole lot of lures with the brand on the side that big. So that's really cool to see. This is a old Texaco crankbait that they used to make. Pretty big. Very nice to have. You see the big T with the star around it. Then, for the last lure of this tackle box, we have a very rough condition jerkbait from Rapala. I think this one is also... Let's see. Yeah, it's a Rapala. Let me... floating Finland. Okay. So, yeah, basically, this is the bigger version of this. So you can tell it's the same color, same type of design. Just this one's a little bit wider up and down, while this one's just longer. So that's nice to have. I really like using these jerk baits too. This one, it will catch big brim and small bass, while that one catches big bass. So that's very nice to have. So with that said, that is the last of this tackle box. Oop, didn't close it right. Always got to make sure everything's good before you close it, because you never want to break any of your lures. And real quick, I just want to give another huge shout out to all these people, VNT or Trey, yeah, VTN Trey, and also Fred Renfro. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Renfro. So definitely everybody that's been watching this, make sure to like and subscribe if y'all want a shout out at the end of the video and everything. But real quick, I'm going to go get another glass of sweet tea so I can finish off this video. That's a lot. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get a little snack too, because I'm hungry. Alright. Hold on. Didn't like that. Anyway. Got our tea. Oh. And this is the last tackle box that we have for this live stream. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this all. I'm going to try to. Need to put my phone on the charger so we don't run out. I hope everyone has been enjoying this live stream. And the people that are going to be watching this later, I hope they enjoy it. One moment. Hold on. Okay, guys. Never mind. I thought somebody was outside. Just making sure. But anyway, this is the most stuff out of all the tackle boxes, and it has some of the more unique stuff, I want to say. But yeah, there's a bunch of the same stuff in here. And there's so much stuff, I actually had to make a little list of some of the lures, so I'll be able to tell y'all everything about them, and just to make it a little bit easier. So with that said, let's go ahead right off the bat. Oh, whoa, what did I just pull off? Oh, darn. Anyway, got this little soft plastic top water frog, probably a Zoom frog back in the 90s, 80s, somewhere right there. That's what that looks like. Then we also have one of these cookies and cream light colors with 2 hooks. You can take them off if you want to, but that's pretty cool. It's like a mixture of plastic and rubber, because this is not plastic, that's rubber for sure. So that's pretty cool to see and have. Old, like the very first few new top water frogs back in the day. Then these are, right here, these are night minnows, 3-piece. So that's really cool. You can see it says nights right there. Has a own little jig head that you can put on there, so it's nice to have. Then you get right here. There's a bunch of these little pre-rigs, baits right here, little swim baits. Really, really old, but they still have quite a bit of details. You can see all the gills and everything. Now this one don't have the eyes. Eyes are missing, but however, whoop, this one does actually have the eyes. So that's really cool to have. Then this one, if y'all have seen my unboxing video, this is also a, trying to see, Sonic Swim lure spinner. Trying to see, camera won't focus. Sonic Swing lures, so that's cool to have. Then we also have this little thing right here. It's the same thing as those last other high detail baits. Let's see. Then we got a bunch of these little pre-rigs and non-pre-rigs baits right here. See right there, that's a totally different one. Nice little blue / purple color with gold on the bottom. That's nice. Then we have this ginormous jig head on this little, not little, but bigger swim bait right here, little paddle tail. That's nice to have. Then we also have a couple of these pre-rigged. I think the jig heads are painted on there, hand painted, so that's cool. Also got one of these. These remind me of the Banjo Minnow, just like those night swim baits, because the little end right there that makes it a little jointed, makes it swim a little bit more erratic. So that's really nice. Put those back right there. And then we move on to the next. Now a lot of this stuff is repetitive. That's why I had to sort out this whole tackle box into like a totally different thing where I can make it a lot easier and put everything in the same stuff. So like right here, this all like crappie jigs like this. You got one like that. Also got a nice little curly tail grub on a pink jig head, which looks amazing. Then you also got these right here. These are super cool. These I don't have the name of. Oh, hold on guys, I forgot to show y'all this as well. Yeah. See, we got a bunch of these. Oh, that just fell up. Never mind. These are what they call MEPS. No. Oh, yeah. My bad. I forgot to show you. That's little swim baits with the treble hooks on them. Those could have been MEPS Combat Minnow lures. But these are streamer flies. Or at least that's what I've got off the internet. I don't know if that is a brand or that's what all in all these are what they're called. So that's cool. Then we got, there's a bunch of these out in this. If I can pull them off safely. You got some with a little jig head with a wire brush right there. A little weed guard. Curly tail with a small blade. Then you got some like these with a bigger blade. No curly tail. And this one, no weed guard on it. So that's cool. But a bunch of these, this is very cool. I like. A bunch of these are still in the packaging, and there's a bunch of different colors. Like you got this little black one, you got orange. Let's see what else we got. Another black and green one right there. So that's really cool. These are all from, oh darn, I thought it said the brand. But these are 1/16 ounce. So that's mainly the only thing. Let's see. Also got this nice, I want to say blue. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but that is blue. Trust me. That is indeed blue. Got also another one. Little orange. So we can just throw those back right in there. these right here, these are pretty cool. There's a little 10-pack, or not 10-pack. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-pack of these little curly tail jig heads and jigs on them. That's really nice to have. And then let's see. These are really cool. These are just another little pack. Now, cool thing about these used to be 89 cents, and these are Perch Swirl Refill 2-inch. These are from Supply Cities, USA. I don't know if that's still around or not, but yeah, that's really cool. These are probably, I want to say, very early 2000s, maybe the 90s. Same thing with those. Oh, I don't even think I showed y'all these. These are super, super cool. These little things right here, they remind me of stingrays or some type of squid, but jig heads are kind of the same like those back there. Little hand-painted white ones, but they just got those little flaps right there on the side, so that's really cool. That's what I really like about them. Then right here, oh, these are a little cool. There's 3 of these, all in the packaging. These are what they called Purge Killer Bug Spin. So not a beetle spin, but a bug spin. And this is also from Supply City, USA. But we got a few different colors. We got this little orange one. And let's see. We also got another little orange one and a yellow one right there. So those are really cool to have. Very nice. Really like those. And let's see what's right here. Oh, yeah, these are cool. This could possibly be maybe a mini Strike King. I tried looking for these all over the internet. All I could find is newer ones, but I know this one's about 10 or 20 years old. So that's cool to have. Then we got this super tiny little golden one. Now, if you search this up, this will give you a weird Japanese brand, which is not what this is. This is I think a cream, an old cream crankbait, mini crankbait. Very nice to have. I'm definitely going to be using those for brim fishing. This right here, I actually threw these in the tackle box because I had to clean up. These are old soft plastics that's been ripped up. I will make a video of them probably really soon, the ones that aren't broken. But basically, they would go like that. These are, I'm trying to see, Bane. Yeah, Bane. Lures. I don't really know a whole lot about that brand. I haven't searched anything up about them, so those could be worth a lot. I don't know. Then right here, we have a bunch of beetle spins. So whoever was the big owner of this tackle box, they definitely love beetle spins, and mostly the black ones too, because there's a lot of black colored beetle spins. Like that one's super tiny. Now some of these are branded. Can't really tell. This one is the H&H. So things those lures back there that we had. Now a really cool thing, another thing that they make is spinner baits with 2 hooks. So if you ever heard of them, you'll probably know them for that, because they are well known for that. Now this one actually looks very new, but they're still very old in a way. But super, super shiny. Like you can just see the reflection of everything. So that's brand new. Probably haven't even been fished with, if I had to guess. Some of these have probably not been touched at all in years, so that's really nice to have. Nice little color. Hooks are still very good. No brand on that one. I know there's a few in here that are, like this one. I think this is another H&H Cajun spinner. That's what they called it, Cajun spinner right here. Little tiny jig head. That is super, super tiny. Never seen anything like that. A little black with some orange stripes, orange and red. This one's green, stripes with black. body, nothing on it. I'm going to try to speed this up just so this won't be a super long live stream, but got another Cajun spinner from H&H, huge old company. They're still around. That one is a actual name brand beetle spin, which has been absolutely destroyed by time. See, clip it back on there. That one was a Catawba worm color, or at least that's what I call it, because it's green and black just like Catawba worms. Very good to have. These right here are the more bigger size ones. So just pull those out. But yeah, very nice to have. Those are bigger size. Same things though, same colors mainly, but just a different look. See, these have definitely been used more than the little ones, but still, the person that bought this bought a lot of little black ones. Don't really know why. I guess that's what the fish really liked back in the day. But these are really, really old. These are probably from 80s, 90s. I don't think they're from early 2000s. I don't see that. But yeah, early 90s, maybe even the 70s. Who knows? So those are really cool. These right here are just the bodies of the... Right here, just some extra bodies for the beetle spins right there. Different sizes. But yeah. Then right here, I'm not going to pull them all out because there's so many. But basically, this entire little cavity is all filled with still in the packaging beetle spins. These are from Supply City, USA, obviously. Beetle spins, 132 ounce. But yeah. For 89 cents, you can buy one of these old beetle spins from that company. So that's really cool. Next up, now we're getting to the real actual like bass fishing lures. Some of those are just brim. Now we're getting to the real stuff. All right, right here we have this old jig. Oh, this one actually has plastic weed guards. These aren't actual metal or wired ones. These are very easily cheap plastic, easy to break. Nice little jig head on there, little bronze color. I do like the coloring they use. It's like a nice dark brown / orange color, so that's very nice. Then this is really cool. This is actually a spinner bait, but this spinner bait has a very unique blade on it. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is the Tornado from Bass Pro Shop, made by Shoestring. Yep. I couldn't really find a date on this, but I do know the price of this lure. I searched it up. This is about maybe a $45 spinner bait, which is absolutely wild for just this little thing. So that's really cool. Nice little history of Bass Pro Shop for you. And also Shoestring. Then we got this very nice but pretty old. I want to say this is a Strike King or maybe one of those $1 buzz baits from Walmart before they became $1.25. But very nice. I'm definitely going to use this guy. He just needs a new skirt because that thing looks like it's about to disintegrate. So that's very nice. Hooks are still pretty sticky. Then right here we got a little jig head, same thing from that other jig, plastic weed guards. So yeah, you got to put a lot of pressure to actually bring those down. So I might just have to clip those, just so I can, if I do ever fish with them, it will make everything a little bit easier. Now these are super cool. These are actually mini spinner baits right here. Now one of them is disintegrated. When I bought it, I tried to grab it, it would just absolutely decay. So that's why that one don't have a skirt. This one does. This is what they look like. Nice little color. This one is still in great condition, so I'm glad for that. I might be able to use that one later on. This one is a jig. I want to say it's a football head jig. Nope, it's not. But this one's more of a modern day, easily A much more newer one. This is probably early 2000s, if I had to guess, but it's about the same color as this one right here. Just a little bit more brighter. So that's nice to have, but that's everything. That's all mainly jigs or anything with a skirt. So that's very nice. Then we're going to the crankbaits. Random hook right there. I'll just set that right there. Anyway, so let's go ahead and rapid fire all of these. I got a bunch of these crankbaits writing down. So this one, let's see, this say, oh no, I'm trying to look for it. The Bagley Balsa BL square bill. That's what this one's called. This is the older one. It's probably about 20 bucks, 20 and 30. So that's nice to have. Really cool. Then right here, I like this one a lot. This one was difficult to find because this could be a Bandit or a Footloose. Bomber, I think. But that's more of a newer one. As you can tell, it has been melted by the sun a little bit. It's probably used to be a nice little round square bill, but now it's just a short stubby square bill. But I'm sure it'll still swim pretty well. So yeah. Ooh, hooks are stuck. Anyway, we got this one. This one's really cool. This is a Bomber Model A6A. No, wrong one. This is a, let me find it. I'm pretty sure it is a Bomber. Let's see. Let me find it. I know I have it written down somewhere. Oh yeah, the Bandit 100 Series Crankbait Baby Bass color. So that's really cool. They only made a few of these. But I think they're starting to now remake them. So that's cool. Little square bill once again. Melted by the sun. This one, I want to say this is either a man's or this is a... Oh no, this is a Man's Baby 1 minus crankbait. Green top, yellow body. This has some pretty sick details right there. Fin and gills. You can't really see them very well, but they are there. Then, there we go. Right here we got another Man's 1 minus crankbait. I'm pretty sure this is what it's called. And yeah, very nice. I gotta clean it up a little bit. And this one, this is really cool. This, I mean, it's not in very good condition. But yeah, this is a little Fire Tiger, Man's Baby 1 minus green tiger stripes. This is what this could be. I think so, but this is more of a smaller mini version. So that's cool to have. Just throw all those back and move on to the next stuff. Then we got all this right here. This is, first off, pretty cool. This is a Rapala jointed crankbait. You don't really get to see those too much with different companies. So that's really nice and unique. Probably early 2000s if I had to get a guess. This right here, this is a weird looking crankbait. It's in very bad condition. This is a, I want to say this is a, I don't know. A Bomber Model A2A Fire Tiger color. I think that's right, yeah. So that's what that is right there. Then we also have, ooh, I do like this one. This one has a weird texture. It's almost like very thin, worn out, what you call it, sandpaper. But this one, let me find it. Let's see, I know it's not that. Oh yeah, this is a Man's Baby 1 minus crankbait as well. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes it's a little difficult to find on the internet. Sometimes he just gives you the same stuff. But yeah, very nice lure. I like that color. It's a nice crawl color. Oh my, we still got a lot. This one, square-haired bill, it's definitely destroyed. This one was another, either a bomber or this was a man's 1-. So that's really cool. Oh, also right here we have a little hula popper, a little bit newer one. This one actually will run about 30 or 40 bucks, but it does need a new skirt, so that's really cool. Like literally right there, as I said, skirt comes off of it. So yeah. But this one, like I said, it's either a man's or a bomber series. It's difficult to tell. Hold on, these are all tangled up. I'm trying to show y'all this big one. Let's see. This one right here, this is the bomber. This one's the bigger one. Let's see what this is. Oh wait, no, this is the Strike King Pro Model Series 1 with the cookies and cream top looking thing. So that's really cool. Nice yellow body. Very nice. Hold on. Okay, it's got a nice little rattle to it. Wish I had more though. But this one barely got anything. I don't know if they even picked up on the camera. But yeah, this one's a very weird lure. This one's very hard to find. This could either be a Strike King or a man's crate bait. It's very difficult to find, but that's what I have right there. Then for the last part, we got nothing. This is more terminal gear. Warning sticker. This is a 50 pack of lime trick hooks from Eagle Claw. Look at that. From Walmart, $2.32. That is crazy. You ain't never gonna find a price like that anymore. You can probably find these at Walmart for like maybe $5 or $6. Then right here we got a little stringer where you can hold all your fish, and if you want to catch them and cook them. Then right here, this actually, I guess I made a mistake, but this is a crankbait for 30 cents, or not a crankbait, a popper for 30 cents. Yeah. But yeah, little crankbait, or not crankbait, but it's a popper for 30 cents. And they accidentally put meat on it. So that's pretty funny. And right here we got some bobber stoppers. Little 3-pack, little red. And then we got some little Eagle Claw small triple hooks. But yeah, that is everything that was in the tackle boxes. So I hope everyone has and will enjoy this live stream, because I know somebody's later on going to watch this. So yeah, that is everything that we have done. A nice little huge shout out for everyone that's watched this and the people that have liked and subscribed and everything. So shout out to VTN, Trey, and Fred Renfro. Shout out to y'all. And right before I leave, I just want to say Jesus loves you and you should love him. But yeah, with that said, I'll see y'all in the next one.